Yes, my people. Atiku Abubakar don't come outside finally to do that irreparable damage and irreparable harm give Tinubu. As I follow on talk like this, Atiku don't file the evidence when he collect from Chicago State Court and Chicago State University. He don't file and go Supreme Court, and that evidence don't be docketed already for Supreme Court. Now the leave on the matter now. Now they start immediately. Here waiting Atiku's spokesperson come outside talk about Tinubu today. Here waiting the talk. He don't list all those things where people they talk about, where people don't even know. Say, in short, man, not talk too much. Listen first. Watch me share how they come.
Now, the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, Atiku Abubakar, is insisting that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted false documents to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Atiku, in a statement on Sunday, which is today, by his media aide Paul Ibe, said the Nigerian president is only trying to push a false narrative to the public using the power of the media. According to him, the Chicago State University, through its registrar Caleb Westberg, admitted under oath that the institution does not have a true and correct copy of the diploma issued to Bola Tinubu in 1979. Ibe added that Tinubu also presented a non-existing government college legal certificate to INEC with a claim of graduating from the school in 1970 when the school itself was founded in 1974. The statement added that a certificate from another school in the United States that belongs to a female candidate was presented by Bola Tinubu. Furthermore, Atiku's aide claimed the president's NYSC certificate bears Bola Adekule Tinubu, even when the CSU said under oath that the middle name of A was never interpreted in any document in his file, with Tinubu's handlers now attempting to introduce the middle name into the president's public documents. Ibe said it has become clear that Tinubu and his handlers are using one forgery to cover the other. According to him, the late lawyer and human rights fighter Gani Fawehinmi would have succeeded in busting Tinubu but for the immunity he enjoyed as governor of Lagos State at the time. He said, and I quote, "Since Tuesday last week, when the deposition regarding President Bola Tinubu's educational qualifications came to the fore in the United States, there have been several attempts to twist the facts of the matter, which deliberately aims to confuse the mind of the public concerning the matter. Some media aides to the president have come out openly to push back on the narrative, while some media houses, especially one, have persistently slanted their story to justify a corrupted interpretation of the facts in the deposition. Sadly, however, the truth of the matter remains that Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu falsified a document he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission and swore an affidavit under oath to back up his forgery." He went further to read that on page 26 of the deposition, which is publicly available, the registrar of the Chicago State University, Caleb Westberg, under oath, was asked a simple question, which is, CSU has determined that it does not have a true and correct copy of the diploma issued to Bola Tinubu in 1979, correct? And the registrar responded, that's correct. Also, on page 27, a similar question was put to Mr. Westberg. So CSU, after going through every diploma, was unable to find an authentic copy of any diploma that CSU issued to Tinubu in 1979. Is that correct? And the registrar in his response said, we did not find any diploma issued by CSU in 1979 to Mr. Tinubu. And coming straight to the specific issue of whether the CSU is aware of or in possession of the diploma that Tinubu submitted to INEC, to which Mr. Westberg simply said, correct, we are not aware of it. He went ahead to say, indeed, anyone who has taken time to do a thorough reading of the deposition will come to the unambiguous conclusion that the footprints of Tinubu's odyssey as far as the CSU documents are concerned is filled with profound forgeries and abuse of administrative due process. He went ahead to say that the president and his supporters and spin doctors will want to force the narrative of at least Tinubu graduated from the CSU down our throat, even when the narrative has no foothold in logic. The question remains, how does a candidate graduate from a university that you were never qualified for? According to information in the open, President Tinubu replied to the CSU with a pre-qualified 1970 certificate from Government College Lagos, whereas the school did not come into existence until 1974. Maybe this should make the president the first man ever to have an anticipatory certification from the school four clear years before the founding of the school. Another mystery is that in addition to the non-existing Government College Lagos certificate, Tinubu presented a certificate from another school in the United States that belongs to a female candidate and a Cambridge HSC of 1970, the same year he purportedly graduated from a secondary school in Nigeria. Long before the CSU discovery of last week, President Tinubu has had a history of forgery and perjury. In his Form CF-001, he filed ahead of his governorship election in 1999, Tinubu had claimed, albeit fraudulently, that he attended St. John's Primary School, Aroloya, Government College Ibadan, and Chicago University as different from Chicago State University. The late lawyer, that is Gani Fawemi, and human rights icon Gani Fawemi as well, would have succeeded in busting him but for the immunity he enjoyed as governor of Lagos State. President Tinubu must be a man of mystery. No wonder his supporters call him Idon, called a distorter. He went ahead to say that it is our contention that at the heart of the forgery scandal against President Tinubu is a question of integrity and morality. If the president would not do what is honorable by resigning from office and saving the country an imminent embarrassment, at least his supporters should desist from telling shameful lies to confuse the public. Lastly, while supporters of the president are quick to reference his transcript from the Chicago State University as evidence of his studentship in the school, we are alarmed how his NYSC certificate bears Bola Adekunle Tinubu, even when the CSU said under oath that the middle name of A was never interpreted in any document in his file. Every Nigerian who has undergone the NYSC program understands that the names on the NYSC are never a creation of the candidate, but the official name that the student was officially known as from their tertiary institution. He went ahead to disclose that Tinubu was allegedly never known as Adekunle at CSU. Thus, the only way to understand how Adekunle was smuggled on his NYSC discharge certificate can only be explained as a forgery. Yet, his media aides will come to the open to make a shameful alternative fact. He stated further that it is more shameful that just when this whole scandal continues to unfold, the media handlers of the president have from nowhere smuggled a middle name of Adekunle into his Wikipedia account. The word Adekunle in Yoruba is a house filled with royalty, but in this instance we dare say it is a house filled with forgery. End quote. It is quite a long one there that Paul Ibe said in reference to his principle and against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To talk about this, for us to extensively talk this out, because this story, this controversy, this certificate saga has been in the news for almost 2 months now, or a month and thereabout, and there have been updates on it. That's basically why we always talk about this particular conversation, because as of today, this particular story is breaking, where the fresh evidence is being presented, and Tinubu is also insisting that the documents were forged. I have joining me virtually.
Where the law say they are not sure he worked there, they've not come up to tell us he worked there. So the question now is that what you got from that school? Because they asked them, what they issued him, was that what he tendered to INEC? They said they don't know. They're not aware of that. The people now said they subletted to third party. I looked at that as very, very laughable. When I look at arguments of some of the partisan people, it makes me laugh. If you sublet something to a third party, now the third party must replicate exactly what the original certificate has as its contents. Subletting something to a third party does not give the third party unrestrained liberty to print whatever they have and put your name. This is VOP. You may have issue and say, okay, let me use one printer at Jibo to print or Somolu to print out some documents for us. That document must reflect what original VOP certificate document has. That the benefit to third party does not give those in Somolu printers the right to alter what VOP issued as a qualifying certificate or qualifying whatever for a worker here. If that person goes there to alter the content of that, he has committed forgery. The question in issue is that the president of Nigeria is alleged to have forged some documents, especially his certificates, and upgraded it to, like, when he was campaigning, he was making out, he made so A's and this and that, a dean's list and this and that. That might be what he has what things that are contained in what he forged, different from what he obtained from that university. And that was why Atiku wanted to know exactly what the school gave him, to know exactly whether it was the same thing he submitted to INEC. And now it has been proven to a very, very reasonable extent that what he submitted to INEC, it's not the same thing that what the school gave him. And we want to know whether a president can descend so low, a man that is seen as the image of a nation, the embodiment of integrity, the embodiment of mentorship of the whole upcoming generation, the modern current generation, whether he can indulge in such nefarious, in such kind of belittling activities. That is what is bothering the minds of Nigerians. Minds of unbiased Nigerians that is conscious of their integrity, conscious of their passport, conscious of their names, conscious of what the country represents within and outside Nigeria. Those in diaspora, those in Nigeria, aspiring Nigerians that want to live a genuine, sincere life, not life shrouded in controversy, shrouded in fraud, shrouded in forgery, and you're telling us like live it like that. We don't want to live it like, because we have children at home. We have younger ones that are aspiring to become leaders of tomorrow. We don't want to create such a dangerous, disastrous precedent.
Right.
So the question now is that Atiku never went into, Tinubu knew the contents of that. Was why he posted affidavit that the reason that result will cause irreparable damage to him.
All right.
I graduated from University of Nigeria 2003. Anybody that wants to go there should go and file and get it. I'm not going to file any counter. I know my grade there. Okay. I don't want to say it on the air here. I finished from law school. You can file John Woketa, then go to law school and file it and check it. I won't even reply you.
All right.
I can't even waste my time to reply you.
All right.
So the point is that Atiku has gotten what he wanted and has filed action in court, seeking leave of the Supreme Court, to tender it as fresh evidence in compliance with the rules of 1985, Supreme Court rules. And he has served the lawyers to Tinubu and lawyers to APC. Let us allow judiciary to look into that and tell us their own view on that. As to whether a course of action has risen, as for what transpired in Chicago, a course of action has risen. Even the other issue you said, because why people were interested. Nobody, for me, people were not interested in that Chicago issue or whatever before. It was when Tinubu now filed that appeal from the lower court,
which is what I asked.
Now telling that irreparable damage will be done to his person. People that became interested.
The whetted people's curiosity.
Arouse that curiosity. What actually is this certificate that this man is striving so hard to hide? Now his supporters are saying why good says he said the government was like Western. I mean, I don't know why you should make a human being to look like a teen god. Tinubu is not a teen god. He's like every one of us. People
whenever this matter, that they discuss this matter of certificate forgery, they give me headache. And why they give me headache? We say I never see country where no one make it like Nigeria. Like where people who they gather themselves together to say we no one succeed. Now this certificate forgery, I think say truly Nigeria not they ready for anything we good. In fact, if prosperity come to Nigeria now, we will still reject them, because even we ourselves will be enemy of our own progress. Now I just realize them. How we go dey like this? Everybody go come out, almost like some people go just come out, decide and make up their mind. See, the one just defend what they don't say no good. See, yesterday I attend one Twitter space. Okay, Twitter space be like when person go live, the way people they go live for Facebook and stuff like that. Then they can invite people, make them the program with them. So I attend that Twitter space. As I can't there, I can't hear this APC people. Now actually APC people Twitter space. So they can't talk, say they can't applaud themselves how far they have come, try to defend the undefendable. As they applaud themselves, now one can talk say, in fact, say make they tell one of their leaders, say make it help them talk to the people waiting for up. Say make they try make money they come down, because the way the obedience they carry this matter for head. Say if like say they get many influencers where they help them, they push all this matter, and say you can't tell me that these people are doing these things for free, that they must be doing it for money, and we too, we need the influencers that will be helping us to push our own narrative too. See, we are in trouble. You don't have a problem if the biggest challenge you have is you coming to terms with reality. You have a problem when you live in delusion, or when you have a people who live in delusion and they seem to be your reality. What am I trying to say? These are the set of people around Tinubu. They know that this thing is wrong, but they create that delusion and they live inside the illusion that what is wrong, as far as it affects us for good, as far as it is our own good, it should be swallowed by any other person in this country and be disregarded. That is where they live. That is their own space that they created, and that's where they are living. And that's where they are dragging Tinubu to. So they can tell Tinubu that, don't worry, we'll take care of this. Am I worried?